McCullough, the former Bantamweight champ, an aggressive fighter, but does not have Morales' power.
Something special. Erik Morales with that unbeaten record, and somebody often ranked in the top 10 in the pound for pound in boxing, and a lot of talk of a Morales and Hamed fight if everything goes well tonight. McCullough 29 years old, Morales 23. The height very much the same. The reach very much on the side of Morales, which is pretty typical. And the weight 122 versus 121 in the rules.
In Michigan, they're on a 10-point must system. No standing 8 count. There is no 3 knockdown rule. A fighter can not be saved by the bell in any round, and only the referee can stop the fight.
And this one of our big 2 fights.
It'd be interesting to see what McCullough does against Morales' power, because the Prince said, I'm going to knock McCullough out, pick the round, pick the minute, and McCullough withstand some big shots, and he lost the decision. And you wonder, you know, can he stand up to Morales' power and try and out-hustle the champion?
As the ring entrances are underway, and McCullough will be first to the strains of U2s. Still haven't found what I'm looking for. Well, if you're looking for a title, sure.
Came to the right place, I guess. Real nice guy, real personable. And his wife is one of his managers.
Keep the money in the family.
There you go.
Had the fight with Hamed last year. Put pressure on him. Guess who's coming in now? A festive atmosphere surrounding Erik Morales.
Now, McCullough and Morales are coming into the ring. They got, what, maybe 50, 75 feet to go. The Prince will be coming from the other side of the building.
You blocked off seats for him.
Yes.
And there is Erik Morales coming off a 6-round victory over Renato Jamili in his last bout in July. 2 other wins in 1999. This is his 8th title defense for the 23-year-old native of Tijuana, Mexico. Morales will have the angles on his side, and McCullough will figure to come straight at him and try to work the body.
Try and smother Morales' power. Morales, you don't know, you don't follow boxing that often. He's a very well-kept secret, but he's also very, very good. The time is coming.
Promotions Incorporated, along with your undisputed, undefeated king of beers, Budweiser, proud to be your bud. Present a World Championship Boxing doubleheader. The first bout in association with Top Rank Incorporated and America Presents. Sanctioned by the State of Michigan Boxing Commission and the World Boxing Council. WBC supervisor at ringside, Mario Latraverse. The 3 judges scoring this first bout on the 10-point must system will be Glenn Hirch, John Keane, and Omar Mintun. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Frank Garza. And now from the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, Michigan, ladies and gentlemen, 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Junior Featherweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black, trimmed with silver and purple. He weighs 121 1/4 pounds. His professional record, 23 victories with 14 by knockout and only 2 losses. From Belfast, Northern Ireland, ladies and gentlemen, here is the challenger, the former Bantamweight champion of the world, the pocket rocket, Wayne McCullough. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 121 3/4 pounds, wearing white trimmed with black, with a perfect professional record of 34 bouts, 34 victories, including 28 knockouts. And he is recognized as, pound for pound, one of the best in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros de Tijuana, Mexico, presenting the reigning and defending undefeated WBC Junior Featherweight Champion of the World, El Terrible Erik Morales.
Bueno, ya hablé antes con ustedes. ¿Tienes preguntas? Okay, I already spoke to you guys in the back. Do you have any questions? Eric, golpes abajo de aquí son golpes malos. Y para ti, anything on his trunks or below, I'm going to consider a low blow. Here, I'm going to consider any low blows if he goes on your trunks too. Okay? Dar la mano, buena suerte, y que gane el mejor. Good luck.
And so, final instructions set. We've seen the Michigan rules throughout the night. In this bout, the WBC, if you get a look at Morales, there will be no 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8 count, and the butt rule will be 4 rounds. 4 rounds or less on a butt. You'd go to the, call it a technical draw. Anything over 4, you'd go to the scorecards. Otherwise, the rules are the same.
See McCullough right off the bat, doing what he does best, tries to smother an opponent, out-hustle him. A lot of punches, a lot of angles. Morales just seemed to establish a distance by just backing up a little bit, planting his foot, watching McCullough.
What kind of stamina will McCullough have in the later rounds? He's had 1 victory since the October 1998 appearance against the Prince. Won a 10-rounder in August. His second fight since then. He tries to work downstairs. Morales has been a machine. Quality numbers and the talent to back it up. 28 knockouts in 34 fights.
Same expression on his face all the time.
Knockouts of all length. 2-rounder this year and a 9-rounder. And then a 6-round KO. Good right hand by Morales and McCullough right back on him.
McCullough has his chin. We know that because he went the distance and losing to Steve Ahmed. But Morales is a different. He's got very good power. His punches tend to be a lot crisper and a lot shorter than the Prince.
Good, crisp little right hand by McCullough, and Ahmed just missed with a right hand coming back. Morales can explode suddenly in fights. McCullough trying to work inside, as is Morales, who then misses over the top and then scores with a jab.
A lot of energy by McCullough, just in his movement, side to side, back and forth. Morales just looking to keep his punches short, keep the power with him.
Some eye-opening wins in Morales' career, among them a 4th-round knockout over Junior Jones in 1998. Now, a good exchange. Right hand by Morales. Another right hand by Morales as McCullough comes in. And they're going right at it.
He's getting tattooed, but he's got a big heart. He keeps coming forward.
McCullough trying to smother Morales and lands a nice right hand.
Watch your head.
Morales pushes away with the heel of the glove, but the ref doesn't say anything.
And McCullough warned about getting too close with his head. So round 1, an eye-opener, especially in the latter moments.
Bell.
How you feel? Good. Okay, listen right here. I need you to keep them hands up. I don't want you to get in such an exchange so early with him, right? I want to be smart with my jab, be smart, getting off of it. And you got to keep that left hook going. You got to give him, you can't be on the end of those right here. That's where your danger is when I'm on the end of the punches, okay? He's letting you stay inside so I can beat him with a jab easily. I need a right right hand to the body, but I need my hands back up. I don't need to stay in front of me. Keep my head float. Hands are good. I got to have my best feet. You got hit with a good right hand right there. You all right? Listen to me. I don't need you to be all right. I need you not to get hit. Good jab. Keep checking.
There you see Morales. Nice short right hand behind the left. And here comes McCullough. But look at Morales blocking the punches and pulling back to get out of the distance.
Pretty sweet move by Morales. That one scored nicely by McCullough, and he was warned. Second round action. Wayne McCullough, Erik Morales. WBC title on the line.
Kind of funny that last round. It seemed like McCullough was willing to get into a slug match with Morales. I still think it's a small idea.
Well, if he gets in close and is able to do it, what about that?
If he can smother the punches and block some punches and land and get out, or just stay there and keep landing. But you got to remember, the guy's got a big punch. He didn't have to hit you flush to do some damage.
McCullough was able to get in close, and then when he was warned about headbutting. Now, he's got to find some way to get inside.
Right. Well, I think that's just that's the nature of these two guys, the way their styles mesh together. And McCullough just being aggressive, coming forward.
We might see some bob, weave, and flash. As both fighters leaning forward, trying to get that leverage.
And one good thing about McCullough, he makes himself shorter, and he's applying the pressure and making Morales back up.
McCullough has made this a shorter ring by getting inside here. And something you talked about last round, McCullough blocking those right hands up. Good defensive work.
Bantamweight champion, WBC version, and he moved up in weight.
Now McCullough in some trouble as he came in on Morales and then gets out of it. McCullough applying some nice pressure. And Morales with a huge uppercut.
That caught him.
Left uppercut nowhere.
Big heart by McCullough, but he's got to keep punching.
Well, you just saw why he's Erik Morales.
Oh, yeah.
Guy comes at you, you take a step, and you nail him.
McCullough's left hand is starting to come down just a little bit. And he's putting out a lot of energy with that movement.
McCullough trying to get some rounds in the back early here. Going up against not only Morales' title, but his mystique.
Okay, come on.
Morales very patient.
Okay, my break, step back.
McCullough with the angle, movement, side, back to front, punches from all angles.
It was like McCullough made all the effort, and then Morales got all the laughs.
Yeah.
Tremendous uppercut.
Watch your heads like that.
So Morales makes a statement with that left uppercut in round 2. It was McCullough pressuring, but Morales equal to the task. And a good second round is in the books.
Now.
And there is the Prince. Coming up later against Cesar Soto. He's demonstrative, to say the least. He's a show all to his own. The Prince. Of course, Tony, you were at his last fight.
Had a good time as you see him getting taped up by Emmanuel Stewart. He had the town of Manchester rocking. Everyone just loves the guy.
That's the first time I've seen him not talking.
Nope. And there you see Morales. He lets McCullough do some damage early, but here comes Morales with big punches.
The uppercut capping a nice run.
Seconds up. Round 3.
Third round action, set for 12, the WBC Junior Featherweight title. Up for grabs here. Champion Erik Morales. Scoring some strong combinations at the end of round 2. Wayne McCullough has been very gutsy. This is Dave Bontempo and Tony Page. Glad you joined us from the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, Michigan.
Last round, McCullough got tagged. When he got tagged early, he did a little shuffle and stuck out his tongue and laughed. And Morales, when he landed his big right hand, just do nothing. Just stuck to business.
He is all business, reminding you of how Julio Cesar Chavez used to be in that regard, to punish you and do his job.
You get the feeling watching Morales, he really has it, put all his power behind the shot. He's able to wait because McCullough gives him different angles and he doesn't leave his head standing as a target. He moves, he bobs, he weaves, so Morales has to figure out McCullough's style, but it seems like the right uppercut might be effective when McCullough comes in because he's leading with his head.
Just a 23-year-old Morales with his 8th title defense out of property in Mexico right now.
Oh, yeah.
It is something special.
I see Morales starting to find the range with that chopping right hand. There it shoots in right there. McCullough sees that left a little bit too low.
Good short right hand by McCullough. Very well schooled fighters. Love to see.
Oh, yeah.
Guys know exactly how they would like to fight. Give it every opportunity. Morales down low. Good right hand by both. Morales first, McCullough second. Both were well executed.
Morales is kind of walking forward, not throwing a jab, just closing the distance by walking. That means Wayne's trying to throw a left jab. He gets caught by another punch by Morales.
Looping left hand there by Morales. Ice flies in the ring. Fortunately, flies out. Good jab here by McCullough. Morales studying, waiting for an opportunity to strike. He's waiting on McCullough. He'll set the pace.
This kind of pacing setting, he'd be really, really dangerous. Morales is just, he's got caught a couple of times.
Watch your head coming in.
Holding up the power.
There's a good right hand block again by Morales. So fireworks from both, and it's Morales trying to get the last blast as this round comes to an end.
Gotta use that powerful jab. Listen, I gotta be placing that right hand down, okay? I cannot play with him. You see, I cannot pull back with him with my hands down, Wayne. I cannot be on balance with him at all, okay? You listen to me, jab? I gotta push him back. I gotta hit him with that hard jab, Wayne. I gotta keep that head floating. I gotta keep that head floating.
Cuerpo, recién esa le dolió que él se quedó paralizado, ¿eh?
Síguelo mirando abajo, y nada más te remata los dos. No, cuando tienes la derecha no flotes tanto. Asiéntate un poquito más. No lo estés aguantando, no lo estés cargando. ¿Vale?
¡Vámonos! ¡Vámonos, doctor!
Vamos sobre el cuarto round. Round 4.
Fourth round action. Erik Morales and Wayne McCullough embroiled in a good one. The WBC junior featherweight title.
McCullough's taking some good shots, and he goes into his alley shuffle and keeps coming forward, and Morales looks like a Sonny Liston scowl. Just doesn't change whether he misses or lands. He seems to be starting to find that range with that right hand, but McCullough is busy with the left and movement coming in, but as he pulls it down, Morales is looking for him. A nice right hand by McCullough.
Right hand is right as Morales is caught waiting there. McCullough was able to punctuate his exchange with a good shot.
Morales was saying, wait a minute, I think this guy was some good shots and nothing happened. Okay, I gotta pick up the pace a bit.
McCullough feigning injury, trying to send a message to McCullough, to Morales, which he really did.
No shoulders,
Usually saying, you got me.
Morales is trying to time McCullough coming in and throwing a chopping right hand.
Looks like he's, because you don't see Morales utilizing his jab.
No.
Utilizing his reach here to get off first. Nice combination there by Morales with the right hand starting it and then the left uppercut.
Now, if I'm Morales, he just did it there. You start going to the body because you hit him with some good shots to the head. He hasn't wobbled him.
Trying to get in close. Looks like he's standing up a little more now. Some of these shots have had an effect. Want to be a crouching, elusive target.
Good body shot. Right.
Morales can't miss here. He scores, then gets away. And McCullough able to score with an uppercut.
Morales doesn't move now.
This is a big puzzle in here for Morales.
Yeah. And you would think Morales would spin him and try and put McCullough against the ropes. Morales is trying to fight off the ropes now and open up his offense.
Morales trying to dig here against McCullough, firing some wide shots. Slanting blow by McCullough. Moving back a little bit.
I try a body shot now just to see what Morales has downstairs.
He can get to fold over like an accordion.
Yeah.
Showing a lot of grit and determination as the faded Morales comes at him, but it is McCullough setting the pace, and you've got to figure somewhere in here. The judges are giving him some credit for that as round number 4 passes into the night.
Bell.
Okay, listen to this right here. Okay, listen.
You see Morales coming forward, tries to go to the body with that right hand. Gets caught by McCullough, but he just stays in front of him, just looking for the opportunity. You see Morales trying to work that body a little bit. McCullough, what a gutty fighter.
Some wild shots here by Morales.
You wonder if McCullough, even though he's taking a lot of punches, is starting to frustrate the Mexican champ.
McCullough storms across the ring to start round 5. He wants to pick up where the round 4 ended. Bounced off that spear. Good pressure applied by McCullough. And Morales has been counterpunching with the power. How does that end up in your scorecard?
After a third of the way through, I have it even. I have it 38-38. Dave Morales the first and the third. McCullough the second and the fourth.
So both fighters would be content with a scorecard like that as McCullough scored with that short right hand. If you're McCullough, you're saying I'm right in this fight. And if you're Morales, you're figuring, all right, I get started later. This is okay.
This short right hand by McCullough caused the water to go flying off the face of Morales. The judges remember stuff like that.
Especially if it gets on your scorecard. Here's McCullough again. Trying to pressure, and a good uppercut, although falling away from Morales.
Morales seems to freeze when he has his back against the ropes. I guess he's not used to that position. Doesn't know what to do.
He has seemed a bit awkward in this fight.
I think he's fighting to the level of McCullough, who's very, very awkward.
Wide right hand by Morales, but a short one.
Seems like Morales is starting to widen his punches. He's right down the middle, 1-2.
Now he's coming after McCullough, and for the first time in his sustained effort, it is McCullough being pushed back, and it is Morales on the attack. Good right hand by Morales. McCullough answered.
Morales is stepping in with his punches, which means they're going to be a little harder. There's that right hand again by Morales.
And at least in this round, not as wide. But now, there's the deja vu syndrome. We've been here before. Morales backing up and waiting for McCullough to come out. Morales didn't move there. He had all kinds of time.
No, I think he wants to beat him with his own game. Morales starting to open up again.
And McCullough signaling a kidney shot. So Morales pounded his chest. A little bit of a keyboard going on here. So we've seen Morales step it up in this round. Although not for the whole round.
Morales made a little bit of a mistake. Bending forward, he shouldn't do that. Nice 1-2. McCullough again complains about a kidney shot.
He can't get any help looking over at the referee. So Morales putting some good shots together. And what might be a definitive 5th round for him, it comes to an end.
Pon el bal de acá. ¿Ya?
No lo aguantes en los cuernos, Nico, pero nada, tienes que aguantarlo. Trabajo al centro del ring. No lo hace, no. Yo que no le hace, Nico, pero se ve muy aparatoso. Los jueces no lo van a ver así. Hace puntos, él está haciendo puntos, entonces.
You got to take that jab. You got to start hitting him to the body with good shots. But you got to get that right hand back to him, okay? Okay, you let him throw right hand at free will now, right?
Okay, you see Morales hands up, looking for that opening, backs up, draws McCullough toward him. Then he starts to fire when he sees an opening. McCullough's throwing pity-pat punches compared to Morales. Morales just waiting to get off and throw his punches.
The points are points.
Yeah. You can say all you want, it didn't hurt me, but the judges remember that.
And there was Morales from out deep in that round. So we go to the 6th, approaching the halfway point of what has been a brisk battle. McCullough, 23-2, 14 knockouts coming in. Former WBC Bantamweight title holder. Now trying to move up and weight and capture a crown. At this level, Tony, as we know, moving up from, say, 117 to 126. Huge jump.
Yeah, and McCullough never really had a punch to begin with. He's coming up in weight. Not, you usually don't bring your punch with you, so he wasn't bringing anything. He had no extra baggage coming up to his weight.
So it wasn't a big power shot. It could water down.
Yeah, so he's got to out-hustle the guy a little bit more. He's got to get some angles. He's got to be in better shape. McCullough's always in good shape.
He's always in good shape. Always in a good fight, too.
Yeah.
Go back to the fight with Garza. Yeah. Lost his title very tough until the end. Gives the fans their money's worth. Here's Morales trying to step it up here. He did in the last round. And in the middle rounds, he's been very tough. He won his recent fights. Fella has not slowed though.
No, he's going like that. Morales seems like he wants to say one big punch and score a big knockout. But sometimes, as the Prince found out against McCullough, you can't knock out those guys.
And you take all the jab, you hurt yourself.
Yeah.
There's McCullough coming in again.
Where did Morales do like a 1-2? His punch is caged to one weight, then another punch instead of 1-2, 1-2. Skipping a beat.
Okay, both you guys get the punches up.
Like that,
Tú también. Levanta los golpes.
But you're right. The combinations haven't been there. The first half has been.
Yeah.
He threw one nice combination earlier. 3-punch salvo that got it. Listen, you're not starting it with the jab. Don't get those.
Okay, my break.
Always tell you. Every trainer will tell you. First thing they teach you in the gym, after road work or whatever, you're working on the left jab. Everything works off the left jab.
Okay, officer, my break.
On the body goes Morales. Seems as though they have perhaps hit their first stamina wall in round 6. Slower round and some others. So we are closing in on the halfway point of this fight. McCullough right in the face of Morales.
right here, Wayne. Come right here. I got to win every one of these rounds, Wayne. I got to win every one of these rounds, Wayne. I got to push this man back with a jab. I got to control him. And I got to come out when he gets started, jump out on him. Jump out on him. Get back and start him over and get back in there again, okay? But Wayne, I cannot let him go right hand with free will without him paying for it. Okay? You allowing him to throw a right hand. He's walking through, he's throwing a right hand, throwing an uppercut. You got to meet him with shot. You got to meet him with short hooks, Wayne. He threw an uppercut, I got to hit him with a hook.
Pues así, que no vayamos a andar.
Más adelante, pero tenés que ganar los rounds también, no te creas. Está ganando, pero hay que ganar los rounds.
Aquí venimos a demostrar el poder de querer hacer las cosas bien, ¿no? Trabaja bien, no trabaja.
Round 7. Perdiste el set.
The second half of the fight starts between Erik Morales and McCullough. McCullough in the black trunks.
Morales trying to pick up the pace a bit. McCullough is taking a lot of punches. No cuts, no swelling on his face. Both guys going toe-to-toe now.
Somebody will have to step it up as far as going another level.
Looks like it's Morales, but the last couple of rounds ago he tried this, but he faded as the round went on.
Morales firing shots.
Watch your head, Wayne. Watch your head.
From the side. And then a wild miss over the top, then tripped over the foot
Don't miss it, man.
of McCullough. And a great help. Morales lined up a right hand, which he scored. Just missed with another. And Morales finding some range for some power shots, and McCullough tries to take it right back.
Yeah, but McCullough is not moving the way he's used to. That bouncing and the head movement and in and out. He seems like he's trying to slug with Morales, like he thinks he's worn him down that I can take his best shot.
Also, Tony Morales looking at a guy that can't crouch down as easily as he did before. He's become a total target.
Yeah. Morales starts the round with a nice rally to slow down again. Gives McCullough a chance to get into the round. And there he threw 4 or 5 punches. They weren't big punches, but they landed.
Now Morales has to come back at him. The last right hand scored nicely. McCullough planted himself and comes back, and there's a right hand by Morales to greet him on the way in.
Nice uppercut in there, too, by Morales.
Morales doing some nice work in the defensive posture. Hardest way to win fights. Some guys can do it.
I could put McCullough's heart in about 24 heavyweights that I can think of.
That would do. McCullough looking for a spot here. Morales firing from the side. Another long angle shot. What McCullough has succeeded in doing as he scores is prevent Morales from looking smooth.
But McCullough made a mistake. He's staying too far out now. His best game plan was inside on top of Morales. When he stays outside like that and doesn't rush to get in, Morales can set himself and start throwing some punches.
The 7th round is coming to its completion with McCullough stalking Morales outside.
Bill.
So Morales was able to land some bigger shots, and McCullough was standing up.
Yeah, it seems like maybe the punches started to wear him down a little bit. Wayne, when he stays outside, maybe some of those shots are getting to him. But he's got to keep that distance real tight on.
Suck it up, Wayne. You got to find it somewhere, baby.
Morales winds up to throw his punch. You step into it, you're blocking it with your body.
Wayne, listen to this, baby.
Get a
Pain
look
is
at
temporary. Glory is forever, baby. Okay?
some highlights from that one.
Okay, come on, pick it up,
a little dipsy-do dance, gives an angle and comes on forward. Again, these punches can be impressing the judges. And that's a good shot by Morales. You wonder what a judge is looking for. Big power or little punches that all get through.
Morales was on the retreat and scoring from long range. 8th round underway. And again, McCullough jumps off his stool. He gets more than halfway across to greet Morales.
Showing he's got the energy.
There you go.
I don't know, can Wayne McCullough step it up another level to try and out-hustle Morales more?
Well, you know, it's there as far as his will is concerned. The question is, does he have the guns to at least do enough damage to keep Morales on?
He hasn't wobbled Morales at all.
Morales comfortable fighting back. You drop your guard as you're following him back to a corner or into the ropes. You walk into an unpleasant surprise.
It seems like Wayne has slowed down just a little bit. Giving Morales a chance to get set. So he can throw something. Keep going with that right hand instead of trying to set it up with a straight jab and a right behind it.
There's a short little right hand by McCullough. Morales comes in with 3 of his own hands. Peculiar style in this fight for Erik Morales.
Expecting a lot more fireworks. It seems when he rushes McCullough, throws punches, he scores, but he's only done that a couple of times. And it wasn't like he got tagged at the end of the exchange. He did very well. He didn't continue it.
Thoughts of making Morales and Ahmed would be putting on quite flamboyant pressure on Morales here if this was the style. He may not have the time to adjust as he is in this fight. So Morales back to the ropes, scoring against the advancing McCullough, who gets some nice shots home up there.
This is a very close fight, and you wonder if McCullough's hustle job is impressing the judges.
You'll be visiting your scorecard in the next round after we hit that 2/3 mark, which is what we're closing on here. Final seconds of round 8 scheduled for 12. We will shortly be entering those championship games, where if you do have the title going in, the true pedigree is supposed to come out. McCullough continues to press as we come to the end of the 8th. So as they go back to the corners, the question is how effective McCullough is being.
Very good. It's a good tactical fight, Dave. It's Morales trying to figure out the style of McCullough, but it's getting late in the fight.
And you look at certain fights, and the guy just seems stylistically a bit off. Look what the other guy is doing. McCullough, his style is fairly predictable.
Él va únicamente con fortaleza por adelante, no lleva ni plan de pelea, va pegando sobre el
Morales is
punto.
23.
Recibe, lo tienes que insistir más con los
a good
hombres.
veteran. He's been in 2 Olympics.
The later the fight
29
gets,
years
the more
old.
the professional I got to become. Okay? I got to pick my hands up, and I got to get in his face with that short jab, pushing him with that jab.
McCullough was pressing.
Don't let him leave you, baby.
Yet again
Cut
in
him
that
off, read
round.
him.
Looking for that opening. And there's Morales. One shot, steps back. And here comes McCullough. Gets inside, keeps throwing a lot of punches. Some get through, some don't. But Morales isn't doing anything right here.
And even though some got through and some didn't, he was firing all the time. So we head into the 9th round at the Joe Louis Arena. Dave Bantamweight and Tony Page ringside. Now, Tony, what does your scorecard look like after 8?
It's a checkerboard. I have it 76 all. The 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th for Morales, and all the even rounds for McCullough. This is weird.
And that would be interesting if it came to an end.
There you go.
And then it had gone back and forth like that. So you're indicating that they take their turns with the advantage.
The edge is definitely Morales' power, but he hasn't been able to hurt McCullough yet.
Well, it would be the same thing we said after 4 rounds then with McCullough. That was the case. Happy he's in a tie against the champion. And Morales happy that he's right in as his best rounds would seemingly approach. Wild shots here by Morales. McCullough, one of these unsung guys that takes on Ahmed. He has to come right back to take on Morales. Not an easy schedule.
Not at all. I think he won the Bantamweight title in Japan. He gets around.
There's Morales. Stepping into it some more. Now is McCullough on the ropes.
And firing off the ropes.
We have a switch. He's gone to the Morales school of fighting off the ropes there.
Nice little left by McCullough.
Morales blocked. How much do these guys have on their punches?
Okay, my break.
After 8 grueling rounds.
Well, it's kind of funny if McCullough loses anything off his punches, it doesn't matter. If Morales does, you got an even fight.
Right, if Morales lost all his team, he'd just be a taller McCullough.
Not as bad.
McCullough again. What impression. You've got to think that some close rounds will just be given to him by the fact that he is perceived to be on the front end.
McCullough's a little more aggressive. He's been leading in the fight. Coming forward.
Morales fighting in spurts, trying to put rounds in the bank.
Step back.
But not with a 3-minute effort, so it continues to get intriguing as Morales tries to close out a strong ninth in the final seconds after McCullough had stormed him. So they go back to their corners, and McCullough's people have to be happy.
Oh, yeah. He's still in the fight.
Morales was on the ropes a lot. And you get a look at Cesar Soto going up against the Prince.
A big knockout. See if he can drop one on the very awkward to hit Hamed. Let's put it, but you can hit him, but sometimes you're just lucky when you hit him because he's just moving around.
McCullough was in on Morales, who rose to it.
And you see McCullough is back against the ropes, and he keeps fighting. That's why I gave him that round, because he fought in different positions. We've seen Morales against the ropes not do anything. Here's McCullough against the ropes, and he's pushed him all the way across the ring.
Morales missing a lot in those sequences you witnessed. Rounds 10, 11, and 12 to go. Who will find that championship pedigree between Wayne McCullough and Erik Morales?
McCullough still coming forward. Not bouncing as much, just trying to get in position and land punches.
Morales from the side, firing shots. Not easy for him to score with his jab against the elusive, head-moving McCullough. McCullough has a collection of subtleties that can make you look bad. Morales had the good distance for that one. Missing over the top there. And McCullough comes right back at him.
Break.
As the crowd's starting to pick up, I think they sense that McCullough's in this fight.
McCullough's bidding for an upset, which would not be a titanic one based on the fact he's got good experience, but an upset nonetheless.
Morales again with some pressure.
There's some of the extra gear that Morales needs. Good 1-2 combination. And getting more going with the jab.
Funny, when Morales decides to lead in the offense, he controls the fight. He does it in spurts.
So McCullough won a round out of turn in this fight.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Old move.
So far, controlling this round.
McCullough on him, and Good movement there by Morales. Short right hand.
That's a big throwing combination.
Good jab there by Morales and hook by McCullough. Hook by McCullough. Came up short with those two because of the good defense by Morales.
Also the right by McCullough.
And because the ropes were there, Morales sagged. Fans thought he was hurt.
The judges did too, but here's McCullough working.
Final seconds of the round. It had belonged to Morales. McCullough trying to say, give it to me. And here comes the win.
But you gotta be willing to give me. You gotta be willing to give me. Come on, 9 minutes, baby. Come on, Wayne. You gotta be with me. Come on, Wayne. Just check his nose. Check his nose.
Look at the corner of McCullough.
Wayne. He's ready for you, Wayne. Wayne. Dig down into yourself. Wayne, this man can't fight going backwards. We let him come forward all night. We knew that was a tough fight right there. You gotta push him backwards. You gotta push him backwards, okay?
Haciendo daño mucho menos, pero estuvo haciendo muchos punches, muchos juegos. Asegura tu campeonato. Trata de agarrarlo con un ópera. Ya lo despedazaste la nariz con el ópera. Otra vez hiciste con tu ópera. En este round no trabajaste muy bien con tus óperas. No puede respirar, se anda ahogando. Ya se anda ahogando porque no puede respirar. No puede respirar, se anda ahogando.
2 rounds to go.
2 rounds, ¿eh? 2 rounds.
Cierra los amasízalos.
2 rounds y ganas tú.
Como campeón. Vámonos.
Morales. 2 rounds to go. In a close fight like this, what do each of these guys need to do down the stretch?
McCullough needs to go back to what he did earlier in the fight when he had a lot of energy. Might be hard, might have to dig down. I don't think there's anything left in his reserve. Got to get the angles, got to stay inside and smother Morales. Morales should be doing something he hasn't done much in this fight. Straight left hand followed by a straight right hand. Maybe he should give a little angles and move a little bit, but he's, it seems that when McCullough gets on top of him, he doesn't do anything. Doesn't counter, doesn't work the body, doesn't, I talked about him throwing an uppercut a while ago, he hasn't done that.
So Morales has made this fight harder on himself than it had to be.
He's let McCullough take away the distance by getting inside. He's not making him pay.
Morales with an uppercut. Fighting in more of a measured performance here for Morales. Pretty much evenly all the way throughout. Not too much in terms of raising at a level.
He's missing a lot. His punches are slow when they're missing, so he doesn't have the snap right now. It could be what McCullough did was set up pace that Morales was not used to, instead of Morales sticking to what he wants to do.
Now Morales trying to pour in. Hoping to do something definitive. Good uppercut by McCullough.
McCullough's tired, but he's still throwing punches.
Morales trying to load up. A lot on the line here, especially for Morales.
Hey, if you're tired, if you don't have a punch, you can still drop your opponent. McCullough throws punches and bunches, lands a nice right hand, and Morales does nothing yet.
Good 2-punch combination by McCullough. Morales back with a hook.
Look at McCullough staying low. Morales not taking advantage. There's the uppercut. That's what he's got to throw.
He got his attention with that good hook by Morales. Getting low, trying to get some leverage into his shots. McCullough trying to smother and then smother some more.
Morales wising up, getting shorter, finding the leverage.
Rights here by Morales. Makes McCullough go for everything.
Like you said, Dave, got to get that leverage to make his punches mean something.
And they scored nicely in this round for Morales. Good hook as he backs
And
up.
that's slow. That's probably the best shot of the night for Morales. He just stopped McCullough and he went backwards a couple of steps.
And he did it while he was backing up.
Morales didn't notice it enough to jump on him and throw more punches.
So they've got 1 round to go in just a few seconds. And here's McCullough trying to make a big campaign pledge at the end of the round again. And the fans love that round. They saw both guys open up.
Great round. I got McCullough ahead by a point going into the last round. 105-104. Morales needs the last round to get a draw on my scorecard.
And that's sort of the home field edge or the
Así es, y el otro, vamos. Así es, y el otro. Ahora hay que mostrar la garra de
because he
campeón.
would keep it in the event of a draw. He'd keep his title. The round got hot.
And there you see McCullough puts his head down and starts firing punches. Morales comes underneath, which is what he should have been done a while ago. But there's McCullough still throwing punches like an octopus. He's coming from all angles. Morales ducking under but not doing anything and taking punches. He has to back away to get out of range.
And they look like they're scoring. It takes the slow motion replay to indicate that some missed. That good right hand got in, so these guys will leave nothing on the table.
I think this round you can put in a phone booth.
And they dial it up now. Good hooks by both. Morales exploding. McCullough coming in on him.
Both guys just teeing off right now. Last round.
Champion Hirch. Necessary for both. Good right by McCullough.
McCullough trying to stay low and then come over the top with the right hand. Morales will be just trying to come under. That's all. Take a step back and throw something underneath.
There's an uppercut by Morales. He steps back. There's McCullough trying to smother again, then try to go to work.
Morales will just steps back because that way you throw an uppercut. You catch McCullough right on the glove coming up from underneath. You stay too close to him, McCullough can smother it by stepping in himself and throwing that right hand of himself over the top.
McCullough again with some short stuff. Good work, and the crowd has been behind McCullough since the middle rounds, sensing what he could be on the verge of accomplishing.
You wonder if Morales used up everything he had in his tank right there because he slowed down for a minute. He's got to keep throwing punches. Big right uppercut misses.
Couple questions for both. For Morales, will he get credit for backing up and scoring there? It's a hard way to win the fight. For McCullough, will he get the credit going up against Morales' reputation?
McCullough scoring underneath and up to the head now. Morales not firing back. I think two good shots by McCullough. I think he gets the crowd going crazy.
Final minute.
High break, step back.
McCullough with the mystique of Morales to overcome, the height to overcome. He's been very pretty and determined. And now some blood around the left eye of McCullough.
Get inside, do some last minute damage. Less than 30 to go in the final round.
And another thing for McCullough that he can't be happy with the draw. That's what happened because Morales would keep his crown. So it's been a good battle. It's entertained the fans. It's had its flashes of excitement. It's had a good pace. The fans are up, applauding, and this one will be decided by the judges. Good battle. And the fighters congratulate each other. Well, the fans were excited, and you may have seen maybe 2/3 of what Erik Morales can do.
You got to give McCullough a lot of credit. He got a lot of angles. He smothered Morales. Morales might have won the fight, but I gave it to McCullough, 115-113.
And often that's close enough to argue that.
Could go either way.
Yeah, so it's a 1 or 2 point fight each way. Either way, it'll be hard to argue against. But if McCullough doesn't win this fight, you have to wonder what he does have to do to win one of these matchups. He went forward the entire time, had the guy on the ropes.
There you see McCullough, just nice right hand. Both fighters, look at McCullough, sees it coming, makes a miss, keeps trying to throw punches. There's that uppercut that Morales should have been throwing earlier in the fight.
Didn't have it going his way enough, it would appear. But it's in the hands now.
Well, I think if
judges.
We have another 10-second wait. You can guarantee it's a split decision.
Well, these are the types that have the smell of something that, well, you fought well, but the champion retained his title. We'll see if it goes that way.
It's a very entertaining fight, well matched. Talked about the heart of the champion, and champions plural, both hearts of the champion, both guys.
McCullough brought everything he had. He was able to back Morales up. Morales often fought effectively while he was backing up. The question is, how will the judges view punching when you're in retreat?
Kind of a long wait now.
So there is a certifiable deal of tension and mystique.
There we go.